Yay!
Hi.
Sonia, we're here. We're on time.
And
we're live. Like, what more could you want, people?
Don't jinx it.
I know, right? Next week, when you're all by yourself doing it, watch, there's going to be another whole problem you're going to have to deal with. Watch.
Yeah.
It's the way it rolls.
Oh, so. You're just nervous. Well, it's all right.
Maybe I'll be able to hop on with you. Depends on what I have for internet. So we'll see. We'll see.
You'll be fine.
But anyway, good morning, Mom Nation. I didn't even start the show right. See, something went wrong. If I would have started the show correctly, we were on time, blah, 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 like then it would have been perfection. But here I am messing it up again. Maybe it's me. So today is, well, actually yesterday was the day that we turned in my son's project for geography or humanities or whatever the heck that class is called in the 5th grade. And so my cutie pie guy, who is quite smart, he just hates to do schoolwork. What's up, Ashley? I can see the comments. Ooh, I can star the comments. What does that mean when I star them? I wonder what that means. On the program, I start it, but I don't know what that does on Facebook or on YouTube. YouTube is the best. I know. I'm so stoked. Thank you for having that idea. I think it was
found out how I can see it now.
Right? You can see the comments and everything.
And not
like we're seriously moving on up here. I think it was Ashley's idea to stream on YouTube. So big shout out to Ashley Parker. So anyway, I have been helping him with his geography project, and he decided, I mean, my dude is like, he's very smart, but he doesn't love to do schoolwork, right? Like, okay, how many kids really do? And so it's been a bit of a struggle working on his project. So he has to do a project on one state because they're learning states and like state capitals and things right now. Yeah. And so, of course, he picks the state we're from, which is New Hampshire. And I was like, oh, that's really cool, bud. You get to learn about where your parents are from. Yay. And so then he decides he's going to get extra credit and pick another state. So we have 2 states because, of course, you know, he's got mom helping him. Yeah. And so long story short, like, I don't want to just drone on and on about this, but we've been working on it for the last couple of weeks. And I was just like kind of thinking to myself how different things are now than probably when you were kids. You guys had computers back in the 5th grade. Yeah, we didn't though. I mean, you know, there was like one computer in the classroom and maybe a couple in the library. So nothing was like, we didn't do our projects on the computer, anything like that. We were there with poster board, you know, spending 17 hours on a project like this, coloring, making pictures, and like doing some serious work at the library, looking through stuff in the encyclopedias. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This kid, I'm like, I love that he's learning the technology piece of it, but it's like he has a website that the school gives him to do all his research on. So, I mean, yeah, he has to do research, but it's kind of easy. It's not like he has to go to the card catalog and pull the right encyclopedia. And you know what I mean? Like we had to, or like I had to do, you probably didn't. But and so I was just like kind of like the inner child in me was super jealous because I was like, you can just grab a picture of the state flag and put it into your Google slide instead of, you know, having to figure out how to draw it or anyway. So I just thought that was kind of funny.
Kids have it pretty easy nowadays. So that's like, some of the stuff I see them do, I'm like, man, like we had to, because like we had computers, but it was like in this room. And if we needed to print something, it was on that printer paper that like made that loud noise and you had to like tear off the edges.
Yeah. The holes on the edges.
Yeah, and play like Oregon Trail, but that's about it. And we did like Oregon Trail for fun, and then we did like the typewriting thing to see how fast you could type. That's it. There wasn't like any other fun stuff. Like we didn't do projects or anything on them. Right. So we were like the ginormous computers that weigh like 1,000 pounds.
Yeah. Or we played solitaire. That was like about the best that we did. Anyway. I know that's a whole other road that we can travel, but I was just kind of remarking to myself, wow, in the, you know, I would have been in 5th grade in the early 90s. Yeah. And so anyway, things were so much different, but we're getting some really great feedback. Thank you so much. What's up, Jazzy Jazz? She's like, YouTube is better, yo. So I guess we're just going to do this from now on. How was your week?
Good. So a dramatic thing happened in our house. So we have, so our 3-year-old, well, he turned 3 in November. We've never given him a haircut, like ever. And his hair, like wet, was like down to his bum, and the bottom half was super curly, and it was like an ombre where it was like dark and then it went to really light, and it was just beautiful hair. But he said he wanted to cut his hair, and it was kind of time. And so he hates whenever I brush it. It's starting to get hot out. He sweats a ton. So we went and we took him for his first haircut. My husband was not having it. He was not happy. He always says he lives through him because he's bald. And so so it's like, well, like we were trying to find a haircut because my husband's like, well, he was so unique with his long hair. And so we wanted to kind of keep that uniqueness. So we gave him kind of like a mullet that was like tapered on the sides. So like, and it's funny. We've been teaching him the whole entire business in the front and party in the back, saying so he could tell people. But it's adorable. I'll post a picture in Facebook later. But it's cute. He really liked it. But the whole color of his hair changed because it's not ombre anymore. There's no curls. And then I went into his daycare yesterday to go pick him up, and they're like, "Oh, you're matching him," because I hadn't gotten a haircut in forever. So he cut my hair, and he didn't bring my highlights up. So now, like, it's just like one color. So I'm like, well, I match him. So yeah,
that's
but he looks awesome, and he's been looking. Whenever he was almost done, they gave him the mirror, and he's just so funny with his words. And they're like, "Oh, how do you like it?" And he goes, "This looks incredible." And so he's been like looking at himself in the mirror and saying how much he loves it. But then this morning after the shower, he told me, he's like, "Can we go get my hair back?" And I'm like, "Honey, you just loved it yesterday." So I think he's just going through the motions, but
kids are so cute. Can we just stick it back on, Mom? I mean,
I know. My family gave me crap for not keeping the hair because I didn't keep it at all.
Oh, you didn't keep a lock of it?
Yeah, I didn't keep any of it, but I should have. But I'd probably look at it and probably just start crying because I'm like.
And I heard like once you're after the first kid, like once you're on kid 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, you kind of stop doing that. Like the firstborn gets everything, right?
Yeah, I kept Soraya's was in like because we chopped her hair whenever we first cut it off. It was I forgot how long ago. I think it was like 13 inches long, 13 or 14 inches long that we cut off. And I was supposed to send it to Locks for Love or whatever. Yeah. And I kept forgetting. And then it was like 2 years later. And I was like, well, so, but yeah, no, Austin's didn't keep. Now Connor's didn't keep. So yeah.
Aw. Well, I'm sorry. I'm giving you a hug across the miles because I know what it's like to. Oh, Jazzy goes, my first 2. Haha, I saved everything. Yeah, isn't it true? Like I'm a firstborn, and I've told you guys the story. My parents were divorced when I was really young, so I'm my parents' only child together. So technically, I'm an only child, but they each have children, and I'm like, I feel like I got kind of the attention that back when my sister was born, so let's just pick on her for a second. She's 20 years younger than me. So it was easy. Like we were kind of starting to get into the cell phone pics and, that kind of stuff. And so she's probably got a lot more pictures than I do, but my poor brother, I have the one picture of him and like, that's all I have of my
Yeah. It just little by little, it's just like,
Yeah. We have our memories. Poor kid.
I know.
Anyway, we got a lot to do today. We got a lot of winners to uncover and announce. But first, I just want to talk about the advancement of the boxcar idea just a little bit, guys. If you have been in the group this past week, you probably saw this graphic. This is my exact vision. This is exactly what I thought I could make this boxcar into. Like literally, wouldn't this be so cute?
That'd be adorable.
Right? And then my husband looked at it and he said, "You're crazy," because that's not going to happen. All right. Oh, I have have to read this. Back to the haircut. Ashley says, haha, when my son got his haircut from the surfer hair, we saved it and I had it in a bag. He just found it the other day and took a second look because it was really, because I thought it was really short extensions.
See, that's what happens. You're just like, it just gets lost.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, back to the boxcar idea. It's not going to happen as I envision completely perfectly. But I don't know if I told you guys, I think I did a little bit in the post. It's been a really busy week, so I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. But I did meet with Marcy last week. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you said you were going to meet with her.
Oh, I think it was after our show.
Yeah.
Yes, it was after the show.
We're going to meet with her.
Yep. That's when I met with her. And she's amazing and helps us as much as she humanly possibly can. And she's really cool about that. Oops, I spit on my mic. Yucker. I hate that. And so she is offering a location for us to host the store,
awesome.
Which is a really important part of the whole idea, right? Like we need some place to display the things and some place for the mamas to come and get the things. Mm-hmm. So I was pretty stoked about that. My only obstacle right now, and the reason why this isn't in like full steam ahead, full bore, is because I am running into an obstacle with storage.
Yeah.
So like the idea is throughout the year, we collect very gently used or new items. You know how sometimes that happens. Your kiddo, they grow so quick. You're like, oh, you never wore this kind of thing. So we're looking for those items to be donated throughout the year. And then we're going to display them in a store setting and ask our mama members that, might be a little tight on funds for the holiday season. Of course, we're still going to do Adopt a Family. That's not going to change. Okay. Yeah. This is in addition to Adopt a Family. So you're a little tight on funds and you come to the store, you've got, a couple of tickets, whatever it is, 1 ticket per item, whatever we end up being able to do. And you just shop and get a couple of items for your kiddos. I personally thought it was an awesome idea. Yeah. And I'd really love to see it come to light. So I'm looking for some help with storage. The one idea to kind of get around storage is we'll just have everybody hold their items until a certain date. But let's be realistic. Like when we're cleaning things out,
we want it out of our house.
Yeah. I mean, we're in like declutter mode. I don't want to walk by 7 garbage bags for 7 months. You know what I mean? Like that's not going to do me good. So, so I'm trying to figure it out. If somebody has a barn they're not using, granted, some of the things that we get, if they are heat sensitive, like can't be out in 1 billion degrees, then I'll just take them to my house. But I don't have unlimited space at my house, But I am willing to do that for, like, say we get craft supplies, crayons, things like that. I'm not going to leave them in a barn because they will not be there when we get back.
Yeah.
Just one day out there, guys, right? And it's gone. So if anybody has any ideas, please hook me up. Let me know. Happy to talk to whomever you might suggest I talk to. I just would really love to see this happen for our mamas in need.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Yeah. So that's the boxcar idea. Let's draw some winners, shall we?
All right.
Let's do this. So it's our monthly winner day and our giveaway this month. As you guys know, we have a giveaway every month. So let me just quickly back up. We are announcing the monthly winner for the prize for February. Okay. Any winners that we announce after that goes on to March. So you will be entered to win the March giveaway. And guess what? You don't know what that is yet. So it's going to be a wonderful surprise.
Yes.
Ashley just said Costco has a storage shed right now that's massive and $800. That is awesome, Ash. I appreciate that. I might have a space for that. Not at my house, but at one of my properties, I might be able to store that. So if we can figure out how to raise those funds, I would be down to house the MOMnation storage unit on actually the boxcar property. I've got some space behind that property that the tenant doesn't wouldn't be there. It's actually kind of like fenced off from her portion. So we could do that. So if we could figure out how to raise enough to get that, I would be more than happy to put that on my property. Obviously, there would be no cost for that, and I'd be happy to keep it there. Yeah. And then we could do this for years to come.
That'd be awesome. Great idea, Ash. That's awesome.
She's got all the ideas.
I know.
Really does. Like, why are you not on the show, Ashley? Like, you should just be on the show as another commenter. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what she said. I was thinking we could fundraise.
Yeah.
She's brilliant. The brilliance coming out of this woman. I love it. I'm so grateful for you guys. It really, the whole it takes a village thing, girl. Takes a damn nation. It takes a nation to do this.
MOMnation.
That's right. Anyway. Okay, guys. So the giveaway is a 5-night dream getaway. And the caption says, enjoy a 5-night dream getaway to a destination of your choice for 2 adults and 2 kids, valued at just under $1,300. Yours for just $197 in taxes and fees. So, Sarah, you got to pay the taxes and fees. Sarah got the rest of it for you, which I think is pretty darn cool. How many of y'all need a vacay? Right? Like, raise both hands, Sonia.
Sonia I know.
Sonia needs a vacation like nobody's business.
I need all the vacay gurus just to.
Seriously. Like, I just want to say quick shout out to Sonia. She's amazing. She does a lot for this group, you guys. You might not see it because a lot of stuff is behind the scenes. And she deserves a vacation. She does.
I need one. I need one so bad.
You heard it here, folks.
And then I need my vacation after that.
You better not leave when I'm gone.
I know. Oh,
you're not allowed.
We actually do have like a 2-day overlap, but I'm only going to California for those like couple days. So, and it's like with family. So is that a vacation?
No. Every time you leave, that's what you do. And that's not what I'm talking about.
I need to go just me away.
Yes. You should do what I'm doing. I'm taking my mommy and I'm going for a week. Just me and my mommy. Oh, we've never done that before.
That's going to be so fun.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I only have, 500 hours of work to do while I'm gone. Fine, that's nothing. 500 hours. Do that in my sleep. Anyway. Are we ready? Are we ready to see who wins this thing?
We're ready.
All right. Can you hear that music?
No.
It's so loud on my end.
That's weird. Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Who's it gonna be? This is the exciting part. Oh my God, I have the chip. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Is it Sarah? She can't win.
No.
Is it Kendra? Is it Tatiana? It is Tatiana. Tatiana. Yay. You know what's really cool about Tatiana winning? Can you look at the list and see how many entries she has? Because I think she only has 1. Because I think she got on for the first letter prize earlier this month.
I think. Yeah.
I'm right. Yeah, I know I'm right. So,
the first. Yeah.
Guys, this is so yes, it's awesome to work throughout the month and to get more entries onto the wheel. But do not be discouraged. Those of you who only have 1 entry on the wheel, do not be discouraged, because as you just witnessed right before your eyes, Tatiana, 1 entry on the wheel. Look at all the people. Yeah. She got it.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
That's so
congratulations. Awesome. All right. Next up, we have first letter winner. And not first letter. We have new member. And I didn't pull up my rando.org. So let me do that really quick, guys. So that way we can start busting out some more winners here for y'all. And again, keep your eyes peeled on the group, because in the next couple of days, you are going to see the next giveaway. And that way you'll know who it is or what it is. So we've got 20 new mama members this week. Great number. 20 used to be my number in field hockey when I played in high school. So I quite love that number.
You look more like a roller derby person.
Yeah. Is when I first moved here, really good friend of mine, her name's Julie. She's a friend I've known her since I was probably 5-6 years old. And she lived here. And so, of course, I immediately connected with her. Love her. She's since moved back, which super bums me out. But I love you, Julie, if you're watching. She knows. Anyway, she was in roller derby and she's my size, like not huge, but she was a bullet. And I just used to love going to her. They're brutal. They're like brutal. And I used to love going to her events or games or whatever you call it.
It's so fun to watch.
So fun.
I haven't been in forever.
Same. So I'm going to go. So comment number one, mama number one, not comment number one. And that is Emily Waite Bassaro. Whoop, whoop.
Emily, welcome to the group and congrats.
Yes. And Emily, again, you are now on the giveaway wheel next month. All you need is one to win. Look at what happened to Tatiana. Like you just saw it. So definitely work to get more entries onto the list because of course that helps. But you can always win with one too. So don't get discouraged. Welcome to the group, Emily, and everybody else. We're so excited to have you here. And I think that you're going to quite enjoy it as well. All right. Next winner. What do we got? Oh, so this one, I wanted to ask you what you think. So we had the Repair Your Credit Challenge all last week. And if you guys missed it, well, you should have a little bit of FOMO right now because you missed it. Yeah. But what's cool is that all of these videos are still in here. So if you wanted to check out this is day 4, day 3, day 2, day 1. So if you wanted to just go and start at day 1, you could literally take the course yourself now. Yeah. Just because we're not participating in it anymore because it's over doesn't mean that it's over for you. So you can go in and check that out. But Son, what I wanted to ask you was, we very surprisingly had light participation this time around. Now we've been doing this Repair Your Credit Challenge for, I don't know, 5-6 years. Yeah. And you know, as well as I do, because you've been around for that long, it's like really popular. And it's usually,
it is. I was surprised.
Me too. And it's usually super gangbusters in there. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't this time around. So I just thought after the show, maybe we can go back through and every single person who participated, there is a handful, should get an entry on the wheel.
I agree. I think that's a great idea.
Right? Because I mean, it's only a handful. It's not like before when we had 100 participants and we had to pick a winner, you know? Yeah. So that's what I think we should do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, it's my favorite challenge. It's such an awesome challenge. And we're seeing, well, I know our team is, but there's so many people that are like, okay, rates are what they are. I know this is a completely different conversation, but that they're wanting to like start the process to fix their credit. And you might not even want to fix your credit to buy a home. You might want to buy a car. You might just want to do it just as, an achievement. And it's just like there's so many credit conversations I've seen lately over Facebook. And I really thought that this one was going to be the biggest one. And it really wasn't. I was a little stunned.
Yeah. I want to take you back to that thing that you just said. Repairing your credit doesn't mean that you're going to buy a house or you need to buy a house or you're preparing to buy a house. You're exactly right. Do you recall, and I know that you do because you just moved, do you recall calling the utility company?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, they checked your credit and they probably based if you even had to make a deposit or not. In my earlier years, I used to have to make deposits for my utilities. Now I don't because my credit is in a really good spot. But it even depends on your credit.
Yeah. And how much deposit you pay. And it's just, and if you're really strapped, having that good credit is like, what if you're really strapped and you don't have that much money, but you have that credit, then you could get in and not have to pay a few $100s for every utility that you go and turn on. So yeah. It helps so much. When I grew up, my parents were like, credit is like the devil. And it was like, don't get credit cards, don't get this. And I had this flawed view on what credit was. And I tanked my credit within like 3 years of adulthood. And it took a while to get it back up. But everything that we're teaching in here, like I tried so hard to get it up and didn't move an inch. But everything that we did in this challenge and that we continue to help people do is really what pushed me to excel it quite a bit. And it might take a couple of times for you guys to do that. But I mean, Ryan helps with all the videos and he's just an amazing lender and he is just such a great like credit guru and he does it all for free.
Yeah. Like that's the thing.
That's gratis, free.
I want to say this, and I'm going to say it real loud for those in the back. I have been doing this, and Sonia can vouch for me, for 20 years. Okay. It has, and I've had thousands of clients. It has been a very rare occasion that I have come across anybody that their credit is destroyed so badly they need to pay for repair.
Yeah.
Real rare.
Yeah.
Talk to Ryan, because what Sonia says is exactly correct. He will build you a plan. All you got to do is follow it. It's real easy.
Yeah. And do not, don't pay for credit repair. Do not, and especially do not pay for debt consolidation. That is like evil in disguise. It's not, there's so many great things that you guys will learn from this, but anyway. Definitely next time take it. But
so you've got that noted. We're going to take everyone that participated. So that means they commented.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So everyone that commented is going to get on the wheel for next month. We good?
Perfect.
We good. All right. Moving along. What's this? Ooh. I wonder how many we have. We have, let's see. So this is first letter. This comes out every week. If your name begins with this letter, then the idea is that you comment and we pull a winner out of the comments. Now we have some very wonderful mamas in the group that help out others. And I think that's how Tatiana, I'm pretty sure that's how Tatiana won today, was because Ashley, I think, commented her name on our previous first letter post. So this can be powerful, guys. Let's count them up. We've got 12 comments. Let me hop over 1 through 12. Let's see who the lucky ducky is. Oh, easy enough. Number 12. So number 12, who is it? Wendy Whitaker Larson. I felt like Oprah when I did that.
I love Wendy. We were talking about credit and all that stuff. How credit, paying off credit, budgets. Who's great at budgets?
Wendy.
Full circle.
Full circle. Can you tag her? I don't know. It'll work.
Yeah.
Probably have to do the Facebook Live.
Yeah, I have double going for it.
Dang, Gina.
Yay.
You're like a regular old techie over there.
You would think. But I'm like, my eyes are going back and forth.
I know. It's a lot of work.
I need like 10 screens in front of me.
I know. I hope that it looks really easy to the audience what we do here, but
you make it look really
17 screens going. Whiplash. Anyway, all right, 12 comments. We ready for this? Ooh, I already had it on 1 through 12.
Did you read what Jan just put? Ashley does this for me quite a bit. She's the queen of tagging. She should be our tagger. Just be like,
yes,
that is your
Ashley.
job. Yep, Jasmine volunteered Ashley. You are. She did in Facebook. She tagged Tatiana, which is awesome.
Oh my God, Ashley, that would be so awesome. We have to have like a special perk just for Ashley.
Yeah,
and it may need to go beyond being invited to the Halloween party every year. It may need to go beyond this.
Yeah,
because she's pretty cool. So is Jazz. Jazzy, we're not leaving you out. Anyway, all right. Are we ready for the winner?
Ready.
So the winner's birthday was February 9th, and it is Jaylene Ellis Provost. Provost. I don't know. Usually I'm really good at name pronunciation.
Jaylene Ellis Provost.
You got her?
Provost. I got it.
Provost.
Got
something like that. All right. So what do we have coming up next here? This is exciting. Speaking of good old Marcy, I just love her. I really do. She's amazing. She puts on really amazing events. So this is her Dr. Seuss breakfast. There will be characters there. There's a Dr. Seuss raffle. You can take your picture with thing 1 and thing 2. There's a lot more information here in the description. This is happening this Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. And that is going to be in Mesa off of Southern. So it looks like Gilbert and Southern. And I would assume it is it's at Little Einstein Preschool. So you can double duty it, guys. Go over there with your kiddos, get some yummies, and you can check out the preschool if that's something that you've been wanting to do, or if your kiddo is starting to become preschool age. I would highly recommend that you check it out. Talk to Marcy. She's just the sweet. Actually, I don't know if she's going to be there, but she's just the sweetest woman in the world.
She's great. And she's so talented woman of many talents. She is. Her husband actually did in my last home, did all my shelving by my fireplace, and I always got compliments.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, they did great. They're amazing. So yeah.
So that is Marcy and the Dr. Seuss breakfast, guys. Again, that is coming up on Saturday the 1st. So make sure you check that out. Fun thing to do if you're not really sure what to do with the kiddos. It's beautiful out lately. What is with it's going to be 90 today? Did I see that right?
Well, in Central Phoenix, they did a thing where it hit 90 yesterday, which is insane.
What the heck, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gee whiz. Anyway. But it's beautiful. This is why we live here, right? This time of year, this beautiful weather. If you ask me, in the middle of July, that is also why I live here. But I realize that I'm different. It's like that.
I don't like the commercial. I hate it.
What?
I hate the cold. I can't do it.
Same. My boys want to go back to New Hampshire for winter to do Christmas, because we've never done that since Jackson's been alive. And it takes me back to the first year that I did that by myself. And I was like, oh, this could be really fun. Let's go play in the snow, since I haven't seen the snow in 2 years. No. So I won't do it. They can go if they want to. Have fun with that, bro. I'm going to go over Sonia's for Christmas. She's got a nice big family. I'll feel right at home.
There you go. The house hopefully will be done by then. That's my goal. My goal.
Oh, my goodness. You're working fast. Jeez.
We'll see.
This is my type of weather. Jasmine is like, this is your type of weather, Katie. And she says, me too, Sonia. I like fall and spring.
Yes. Yeah. Snow hurts my bones. You know, that actually is, it is true. A lot of people with arthritis and any kind of joint issues, the cold just exacerbates that. Is that a word?
Oh, 100%.
Exacerbates. Yeah. So
makes it worse.
Yeah. There you go. I'm like, sometimes I try to use fancy words, and thank goodness the mistakes are mostly around Connor, and they're not around a whole bunch of people.
And your 3-year-old's correcting you. He's like, Mom.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, he did this one thing where I don't know if I told you this before, whenever, because he always uses big words, and he used the word ambiguity. And I'm like, what does ambiguity mean? And now it's my favorite word. But he goes, it's the act of being ambiguous. And I'm like, you can't define the word with the word. It's not how that works. So
I think it's so freaking adorable when they pronounce those big words. Jackson's, when he was in preschool, he had to have been the same age as Connor. He was about 3. I don't think he was 4 yet. And he came home saying metamorphosis. And he even knew what it meant. And I was like, wow, bravo to your school. That's pretty cool. Hey, I wanted to mention something to you. Speaking of you building your new house and moving and that kind of thing, I don't know what your new neighborhood's going to be like. But in our area, it's kind of a serious thing. In our area, unfortunately, we've been, re-experiencing house break-ins, which stinks and is scary. We did have a little bout last year, and it was that South American gang that it was all over the news because a couple of them got busted. I believe they're still in jail awaiting trial, I think, next month. But the gang's a little bit bigger than just them, right? And so the unfortunate thing is there have been a couple of places around the valley and really around the country that this gang has been targeting. So it's not just us in my area. It's all around the valley. It's all around the country. It's not just Arizona, Phoenix specific. Yeah. But I hosted a pretty big meeting last night, and we had 6 law enforcement officers from our local precinct, as well as a councilman. And it was a really great meeting. There was a lot of value in there. They shared a lot about what's been going on, and kind of helped us to understand how we can help ourselves, which was really good, and kind of keep ourselves a little bit more safe. So that was awesome. But I just wanted to say for you and for anybody who might be interested in this, they highly suggested really getting to know your neighbors. And I know here in Arizona, that's not kind of a thing. It was a lot more of a thing back east where I'm from. Like, you totally knew who your neighbor was. You knew everyone down the street. But here it's a little bit different. I've experienced over the last couple of decades. So he really highly encouraged getting to know your neighbors, starting some sort of watch network. And I have done that quite successfully. I have quite a few neighbors that have now come together, are getting to know each other a little bit better. And we do look out for each other, look out into the neighborhood to see if we see suspicious activity or things that just kind of rub us wrong. And we're not always correct. You know, when we share things with one another, it's not always a problem, but sometimes it is. In fact, last night, there was somebody who was coming back from the meeting and noticed that there was a vehicle casing one particular area, and was able to, the cops were close, right? Because they were just at our meeting, but was able to get the cops on the case, and actually could be a thing with what she saw last night. So it's just about getting to know each other and helping each other out, and really having that extra eye out. That is very, very beneficial and very helpful in kind of getting around this. Jazzy just said, I know my neighbors well, and one of them have been well, and one of them is not well. So we just avoid him. Other than that, it's a great community. Yeah. I mean, you're going to have, one or two people who aren't going to want to participate, or, are a little tougher, but to get to know the majority of your community is so powerful. I highly recommend that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. There's so many benefits. There's so many benefits to knowing your neighbors, and it's, I'm glad. That's the one thing that, like, where we are, where it's a little bit more rural, but that's one thing that I'm gonna miss is that, being around. Like, our last neighborhood was great. Like, we knew all of our neighbors, and we'd stop and talk, and I'm a talker, so it was great. But that's one thing that it's going to be difficult to make those relationships. So maybe I'll go on like walks in the mornings and just say hi, start with like highs and stuff. But yeah, no, there's a lot of benefits to it.
Truly. And I mean, I have a couple of different things that it's just small group of neighbors and I have been doing, but I got to tell you, like, just a good old Facebook group is really beneficial. Just, specifically for your neighborhood. We don't need to start incorporating other areas of town, because then it just becomes like another Facebook group, you know what I mean? That's out there. That's just about the area or the city or whatever. And there's a bajillion of those. But for your specific area, maybe you start now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if anybody wants any tips, or if you want to check out the notes that we have from what the law enforcement was telling us, just in terms of how to better protect your property, what these thieves are doing right now. So this is crazy. So they've been working with the FBI. They've been following this gang for quite some time now, right? Like, this isn't a new thing. This gang's been around for a while. But what they told us last night, which I thought was just mind blown nuts, was that a lot of these criminals are ex-military, ex-law enforcement from their country.
Oh, that's interesting.
So they're highly skilled, highly trained, and really it's just a kind of a whole nother level of criminaling because of the amount of expertise and skill that they have, which I think is just absolutely nuts.
No, that is crazy.
Yeah. So if anybody wants any of that information, shoot me a message on Facebook. Have a little patience. You all do. I just say this as a disclaimer. I'm incredibly crazy busy right now, like nuts. And so y'all are very important to me. And I'm not like constantly on Messenger, although I do check it frequently. So if a little bit of time goes by between my response to you, if you do message me and ask for this information, please give me a little grace, because shit be crazy. But anyway, okay. So
I love that.
Moving on real quick. I just want to give you a couple of MOMnation group hacks. This cover photo is where it's at, guys. If you need to find anything that is anything about the group, then you go to the top of the group, you click on this cover photo. That is going to open up a caption on the the right-hand side if you're on your computer. If you are on your mobile, you just have to tap look at caption or see caption or I don't know, you'll figure it out. And that is where you're going to find our direct me link. That is where you're going to find our recurring postings link. That's where you're going to find our featured group favorites, our group events, our sponsoring businesses, our giveaway sponsor, like all the things are going to be here. That direct me page, super cool. Check it out. So you can actually subscribe to it. Ding, ding, right here. And then every time we put something new on it, you're going to see that. So I already see that if Skylar is listening, I already see that our MOMnation giveaway needs to go bye-bye because we just announced the winner. But there's a ton of things on here. If you want to read our latest newsletter, which we also nickname our distribution list. That's how you get the trivia question. If you want to check out what's on there before you sign up, click here. You can do that. If you want to check out what's going on in our Sober Mom Nation group, then check that out. I don't know why we don't have divorce on here. I'm gonna have to put that on here.
Add that.
Yeah, we did just start a new divorce community for those of you who are thinking you might be headed that way, or maybe you are that way, or maybe you're in the thick of it, or whatever it is. No matter where you are on a divorce journey or a separation journey, we welcome you to come and participate or just observe and receive support in that group. So hopefully you guys hang out there. It's called the Divorce Community Empowered by MOMnation, and I will get that on the direct me because must have missed it.
All right.
Anyway.
Oh, we didn't do the timer.
Oh, let's do that real quick. Okay, guys. So what we're doing right now, because clearly it's the end of the show when I remove my screen, we're doing a quick timer. I'm going to start that right now. So get commenting. And when the timer goes off, whoever was the last commenter is going to get another entry onto the wheel. And then don't stop, though. So when we announce who that is, don't stop commenting, because the very last commenter, when we say bye, is going to get on the wheel as well. So who do we got?
Oh, we got Jasmine.
Jasmine?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Jasmine.
And if anybody else wants to comment, now's the time to do it.
Oh, and she again. Look at that.
Want to get last commenter? Now's the time. Hint, hint.
I know. I love how you could see both comments from all of the, from YouTube and Facebook on there. That's awesome.
It's pretty amazing. I think we're going to keep doing this. I feel like we got some really great feedback from our two household names, Jazzy and Ash. Yeah. And so thank you. And yes, Jasmine, is all you. She's like, all me. Yep.
There
2 entries.
Go.
Nice job. Oh, one thing we didn't go over is top 10s. Whoops. That's okay. You'll pull top 10s, right?
Huh? What was that?
We didn't go over top 10s. I forgot to pull that. But yeah, that's okay. You'll pull top 10s, right?
I will pull top 10s. Yeah, I'll put it on there.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Sonia will pull top 10s, guys. We didn't report on it today. We had a lot of other things to say because it's like almost 45 minutes and we're never on this long.
So. No, we're not.
All right. Talk soon, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Yes, Jazz says, let's plan costumes soon. Yes. So, yes, we will do that. When I get back, there's going to be full-blown Halloween party planning. So, all right. I'm done. I'm really done now. Bye.
Bye, guys.